Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land. Finally picking up the grass in our grass field, and we're going to be putting that into our silage bunker, and we'll be compacting that down, wrapping it up, turning it all into silage. I don't really have any other use for it anymore here on No Man's Land, so I'm just going to throw it in there. Will I use the silage later on? I don't know. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. Not that big of a deal, because we are drawing near to the end of the series. Just a few more things that we need to do here in the map, and that's basically harvest all the fields, and then I think we're pretty much done here for the time being in No Man's Land. I don't know if I'll return to... I may return to the map. I may not return to what we have going on here. I am planning on this to be the last season, so I'm still prepping the fields just in case. Like right now, the John Deere 9R is that 9R or 9X? Either way, that is plowing the field. We have one more field that we had to be plowed, and the McCormick is going ahead and picking up stones in the wheat field. So yeah, I am prepping the fields for something. For what? I'm not quite sure yet, but just in case. Let me go ahead and back this on in here. And we'll dump it down. As you can see, we got plenty of silage there. I could either bring it on down to the BGA to be processed, or I could put it into the TMR mixer to make some more, of course, TMR for the cows, just to have a good supply. But we got a supply of everything. Basically, like I just said, we're just going to harvest the rest of the fields this year. We're pretty much all met on the demand of what's going on here. Because believe it or not, the Platinum Edition for Farming Simulator comes out in a couple weeks' time, so I know there's going to be a new map there. It's going to be mostly forestry, I do believe. I think the map is based on the Pacific Northwest. Now, when I say the Pacific Northwest, I don't mean the map that I've played on quite a bit here on the channel. When they say it's based on the Pacific Northwest, I think they mean the Pacific Northwest of the U.S., which is also what that map is based on that I play on a lot here. But, yeah, there's going to be a lot of forestry going on there. I may dabble into it for a little bit. We'll give everything a go on that map. I don't know how many episodes will go on, so we'll have to see. I know there's like spray painting trees or something to that matter. I haven't watched any videos. I just read a few things, but it's mostly going to be about forestry equipment, I do believe, along with some other stuff. But the main thing, I'm kind of weird, but the main thing I'm looking forward to is the brand Volvo is going to be in there, so I'll be interested to see what kind of trucks they bring along into it. So I've had a few Volvos throughout my time here in Farming Simulator series, and I enjoyed a couple of them. That's for darn sure. So I can't wait to see what kind of trucks they bring in. It'll be definitely different from the Mack Anthems that we've been using. But it took me a while once I got here back on No Man's Land today, because it's been a few weeks since I recorded an episode. Of course, we've been doing like one episode a week, and then, of course, I got rather sick there for a while, so I wasn't making any videos, so I skipped a week then. It took me a while to find a few things around here in the map. It's like, where's my plow? Where's this? What were we doing? I got it all squared away now. But today, yeah, I got to pick up the grass here, because we mowed the grass last time. And then we're going to sleep through the night after I compact it. And then we're going to take the Kubota and head on down to the grape fields. We got to go ahead and mulch and plow those, because they should be ready in the month of September. So we'll be in August, so plowing and mulching is a good thing. Yeah, I haven't heard, I think I asked last time we did the grapes, if anyone was like doing a lot of grapes or a lot of olives, and pretty much didn't hear from any of you saying that you were doing that. So I think I did see a video where there was a multiplayer server where they're doing a lot of grapes. It was nothing but grapes everywhere, and they had grape harvesters and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the grapes and olives just don't seem to fit me, I don't think. It was kind of neat when FS22 came out. But yeah, the grapes and olives just don't seem to pay off that well. I'll be interested to see, because we are trying the modded olive trees here this time around. course, that mod's been out for quite a while, so any of you that have used it, you probably already know. It's just taken me a while to get there. But we're going to go ahead and use the shaker and shake off some olives, and we'll get those delivered to the oil mill to be processed into olive oil. And then, of course, we got to do the sugar beet harvesting as well, which I did use that sugar beet harvester on East Vineland for a couple contracts. And that machine was a beast if you didn't see it. If you want to see it, I'm going to say, let's see, we're in episode like 31 of East Vineland. I'm going to say it's somewhere around episode 20-ish, somewhere around there. And yeah, I took a contract on 2 fields for, I think it was sugar beet. And yeah, we used the modded header, which was 18 meter wide, and the harvest speed was like 16 miles an hour. And those fields in East Vineland are rather on the decent size. And yeah, we were done in like a minute and a half or 2 minutes. We breezed right through those. But on here, I am going to get the wide header for the harvester, but I'm not going to get the one that we harvest at 18 or 16 miles an hour or whatever it is. I think we'll be fine at 6 miles an hour. Be more than fine. Oh, I should also mention, if you watch yesterday's episode of East Vineland, I was talking about the Better Contracts mod, and I was thinking the Better Contracts mod was messing up my super strength. Well, super strength is not working on No Man's Land right now either, and I don't have the Better Contracts mod installed. I'm thinking it might have something to do with patch 1.8. Is it 1.81 or 1.8 for Farming Simulator that came out a little while ago in preparation for the Platinum Edition of Farming Simulator. So I'm hoping the Easy Developer mod has an update soon, because I think that's what I'm just looking for. So I haven't added or subtracted any mods here in No Man's Land. Now Super Strength doesn't work here either. So if you've been having the same problem or wondering, I got the same issue as well. It just says all the objects are too heavy, even with super strength turned on. It will be sad to see, though, when we come to an end of No Man's Land. Getting back on the map, like I said, it's been a few weeks. Kind of missed it after I got back onto it and realizing, you know what? It's looking pretty good around here. At least I think so. Of course, the first place I went to visit Betty and Stan. And in case you don't know what I'm talking about, those are the names of the horses now on this map. Betty and Stan. And I made a YouTube short video on Betty and Stan. And I think they might be a mainstay for some short vids I need to put out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you go to my YouTube homepage, scroll on down to the bottom, you'll see my YouTube short videos. And you see a little conversation that Betty and Stan had. And I got a few more lined up to do with Betty and Stan, so maybe I might put one out like one a week of Betty and Stan, kind of like when you used to get Sunday comics, you know, in the old days in the papers. You get those comics on Sundays, and you can't wait to see what your favorite comics were up to. I might go ahead and start a series of Betty and Stan. So how are we doing on the silage additive? I'm about halfway through on it, but I got plenty more to go. I got like another pallet over there, I do believe. Now, if this turns out correctly, we should end up with about 320,000 liters of grass. And hopefully it won't take too long to compact it with the Deutz-Fahr with its wide tires. And I'm going to put the weights. I got 2 weights over here. I'll put one on the front, one on the back. Help me compact it a little bit better and faster. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what we're going to be doing this episode. I thought in August I had some harvesting I could do. But nothing should be ready in August. But so the only thing I got to do is make sure our grapes are ready to go for the month of September. And that is pretty much all I need to do. Of course, I'll have to make sure the cows are fine. Make sure the sheep are fine. Before I go on to bed. Make sure they're all producing. Right, slowly getting there with the grass. Let me go ahead and get some more of this picked on up. And then we can check on the animals and then go to bed, wake up in the morning, check the store page as well. But the only thing I'm looking for is the root crop harvester and the header. I don't think we really need anything else here currently. Well, when it comes to compacting, the bigger the better. I was having a look at my tractors, and, well, of course, the 9R weighs the heaviest. And with a weight on here, probably should bring up to like 23 tons, somewhere around there. The Deutz-Fahr is only like 12 tons. I think the McCormick is like at 14 tons. So the 9R was done plowing the field. Let's bring it on, brought it on over. You can see we did get almost 360,000 liters of grass off that field, / chaff, which it now is. So we'll compact it all. The one thing I gotta be careful about, because I'm not used to it, if I get stuck, I don't have super strength to get myself out of here, which means I have to reset the vehicle way back down at the shop. Not that big of a deal, but so the more I get compacted here, the better. Already at 20%, so it shouldn't take me too long. I think it usually takes me about 10 minutes to get this all compacted, somewhere around there. But then again, this is only 350,000. I think I'm thinking of when I do the corn chaff over there and I get like 750,000 liters and it takes me, I don't know. It's going to take me what it takes me. Either way. I had a quick look at the animals. The sheep are fine. I looked at the sheep first because I'm thinking, well, I'm picking up grass. If the sheep need feed, I'll just go ahead and bring some of the grass on over. But the sheep are good. The cows are pretty much good as well, but that barn does not hold that much for feed. And by morning, the cows will be pretty much empty. So we're going to top them off before we go to bed. Then wake up in the morning. I don't know. I thought my Kubota was down here. Usually is. I just realized I haven't seen it yet today. So I'm thinking maybe I left it down in the orchard farm. The orchard farm is for the olives and the grapes. Even though the grapes are a vineyard and the olive trees, I guess the olive trees would be kind of like an orchard. I don't like all the grass stacked up back there. That happened because I got stuck in the Deutz-Fahr a little bit. And of course it was unloading. And I couldn't move, so all the grass was being dispensed in one area. Now, the weird thing about Farming Simulator, and I didn't know it was the thing until I went to East Vineland, but here, we're going to cover this up, and this will be silage in 1 month. On East Vineland with rat bales, if it does make a difference, I don't know. But on East Vineland, it takes 3 months for grass to turn to silage. And what I'm doing right here, I've been seeing a lot of this in real life in the past month around where I live. A lot of the farmers around here have cow barns or cow farms, so they've been cutting up the corn for chaff, and they've been compacting it as well. Where's my weight that's getting stuck? Well, the weight is up. Trying to get rid of this mound that's right here. The more I go over it, the more compact it'll get. It's nice I put that tree there for decoration, but the problem is it's giving me enough shade. I can't really... It's throwing me off. It's hard to really see where the mound is, but I think I pretty much got it now. Yeah, there's a cow farm not far from where I live. They have Last time I was there, they had 4,000 head of cattle. And I went by there about a week ago. Let's not get stuck, please. How did I get stuck? Yeah, I went by there a week ago, and they got a couple of the case quads, and they were compacting their corn. Getting enough silage. Come on now, you can't be really stuck, can you? Not good. It was the weight. Right, so it makes me want to turn around and have the front facing that way. What I'll try to do is compact it little by little. But already I'm at 40%. I don't think in real life I want my tractor to be leaning that far. Alright, just keep on compacting, and when we get done, is when we get done. Let's see, it's 4 minutes to the top of the hour, so see how much longer it takes me to do this. Of course, minus the time I get stuck. Gotta take that into consideration sometimes. I'm probably gonna get stuck again. Well, I haven't got stuck yet since last time, and I don't think I will, because you can see the back mount is pretty much flattened out, and we're at 98%, so probably when I go forward, I'll complete the compacting. Alright, we're gonna get on out. Covered on up. We are good. Let's go drop off the weight, because that's one thing the John Deere does not need right now is more weight on it. I'm going to park that there. Let's go ahead and open up the barn doors. How much milk do I got? Alright, so I did go ahead and deliver it somewhere. I remember something about the cows, and we said we got a lot of milk. I don't know where I delivered it to, but it's somewhere doing what it needs to be doing in one of our production buildings. The Deutz Far, let's see, I got a good amount of TMR in here, but let's go ahead and just top it off. Somewhere in there. I'm surprised it was actually giving me the option, but since I can put hay, straw, silage, and mineral feed in here, I guess I could have the option of adding more of that material. I just realized, I don't know if the Deutz Far that I have will fit in here, because we got the balloon tires on here. I might not be able to get through the door. I forgot how much of a squeeze this is, just with the TMR mixer. I think I can get in there, but it's going to be just... Yeah, maybe I can't get in there with the Deutz Far. Okay, I kind of can. Getting back out might be a problem, but we're in there. Scuffed some paint on the doors, but I'm glad I topped off the TMR mixer. And we're out. Alright, and they are good on straw and bedding, so they are more than fine for another day. And let's just see here. I think I'm all set to go ahead into the month of August. Hopefully the flickering trees will disappear as well. Oh, and the McCormick is done picking up the stones in the wheat field, so that's kind of like good timing. Let's go ahead and we'll just leave that here. Is my, not McCormick, is my Kubota down here? There's the Fent. Where's my Kubota? Oh, my Kubota's going to be... I know where it is. I know where it is. Yep, right over here. I've been trying to get water into the distributor for the open air gardens. And I cannot get water to go back in there. Not that big of a deal. Might be a mod conflict or something. Let's see if I can... It'll give me the prompt, but it just won't take the water. Or, okay, maybe it won't give me the prompt at all. Either way, let me go ahead and leave the water tanker here. Let's see. I don't need the front end loader for anything. So I'm going to go ahead and just plop that into here for now. And while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and top it off with some diesel, just to make sure I'm all set. And in the morning, we're going to head on down to the Great Vineyard, and we'll start mulching and plowing. Alright, we are good. Let me just go ahead and check the store page. Yeah, nothing there. That's interest. Where's my house? There's my house. Alright, let's go ahead and let's go upstairs and go to bed. 8 o'clock in the morning should be good, being the middle of summer. And today we're just taking care of the grapes. We don't have to do the olives until the month before they're ready for harvest. Alright, store page. Well, not quite what we're looking for. But it's close. It's close. Alright, let me get into the... Where did I park the Kubota? At the fuel pump. Alright, I'll meet you down at the vineyard, and we'll go ahead and mulch and plow the grapes, and they'll be ready for the month of September. Just realizing how much corn that I have here to harvest in a little while. I think we got 4 cornfields. I think I did a lot of it for the fish farm. I can see advancing to the month of August did not fix the flickering trees issue that I'm having today. Yeah, I still haven't figured out the flickering trees. I could exit the game, come back in, log in back into the month of August, and they won't flicker at all. Then other times they do, so kind of giving up trying to figure that one out. There's our sugar beets. So I had a quick look on the way down here. The Kubota is 141 horsepower compared to the Landini that we have, which is like 120. And that kind of struggled a little bit with the mulcher and plow. I'm going to put the mulcher on the front, plow on the back. Hopefully that's correct. I think that's the mulcher. Now you might be saying, why not just plow it? They'll take care of everything. I probably could do that, but it's not going to. It's going to say that it still needs to be mulched. I do believe. So might as well get both of them done. See what it says when we get over here. Yeah, the grapes we've been harvesting. I mean, I don't know if you consider this a lot of grapes, not a lot of grapes. I don't know. We just don't yield as much as I was hoping for. More rows here than I thought there was. Actually, it just says it just needs plowing. It doesn't say it needs to be mulched. Well, we're going to do both anyways. Seems kind of stupid to do so, but then again, I do stupid things. Let's not hug the vines. I was watching to see what my plow was doing. And let me just go ahead and see. It might be hard to tell only doing one row. You'll have to wait until I get on the other side. Yeah, right there it doesn't say it needs to be plowed or anything. And it says pH value of nitrogen is perfect as well. Now I have seen when I dabble into course play once in a while, there is a way to set course play to work on the vineyards. But we're going to go ahead and do it ourselves. I may just do this set of grapes here and then move on and do the other grapes next time. I'm going to skip a few rows here. That way I don't have to keep backing up and turning those tight circles. Yeah, so it looks like when you plow between the grapevines, it doesn't really plow. If that makes any sense. It doesn't like get rid of everything. So I think mulching and plowing is taking care of all of it. Alright, just to try it on out, here, let's go ahead and I want to drop this off right here. And see if it looks the same as that row. Yeah, see, so it's plowing, but it's not getting rid of the grass. So, yeah, need to go ahead and take care of that. That's better. Yeah, the Kubota fits down here nicely. As long as you got your vines in a straight line. Although I don't think you can plant them closer together if you wanted to. I think the game restricts you from doing that. So this is where the Landini, when I was using it, struggled a little bit going uphill. Because it is 20 less horsepower than the Kubota. So trying to run both at the same time, the Landini kind of struggled. It would go up. I'm pretty sure if I put the Landini in manual shift, and I picked the gear myself, it'd be fine. It was just trying to in automatic. It was just shifting from like one gear, then going up to the next gear, then kept shifting back and forth because it seemed like I needed the gear in between those two gears, and it just didn't do too well. The Kubota is doing the same thing a little bit as well, but not as much as the Landini was. So of course the grapes we process into raisins, which get brought over to the cereal production. And we get out of it what we get out of it. I will say this, our grape production is almost in line what we've been getting for honey for the year. So it almost works out for cereal production. It's almost like 1 for 1. We got it almost right where we need it to be. But this might be the only time I do grapes and olives in FS22. Just one of those kind of crops that don't really appeal to me for the amount of work you got to put into, for the milk that you get out of it. But maybe I'm doing something wrong. This will be I think our third harvest of the grapes. Although I will say this job right here is kind of satisfying for some odd reason. Going in between the rows and mulching on down the grass and weeds that are growing up in between them. Kind of weird that I am using a Kubota tractor here, and on East Vineland I'm kind of going along with the Kubota implement pack mod. We got the fertilizer lime spreader, we got the baler, we got the mower, we're going to be using the sprayer. And here I got the tractor. Keep misjudging the turn radius on this sometimes. Not sometimes, every time. Well, one vineyard down, one more to go. I may either do the other one off camera in between episodes, or maybe doing it at the beginning of the next episode. We'll have to wait and see. For the second, I do want to get out and kind of walk into this vineyard and see if anything else appears. I think we're all set. We have mulched and plowed. Go ahead and turn that off, leave it parked right there. It's all looking good, apparently. Says it needs nothing, and pH value and nitrogen's looking fine. Next thing I want to do is I'll fly it up so we can have a look at this vineyard here. That is done. Compare it to the other one. Definitely can tell the difference. I don't know how much it affects the yield, but we're going to make sure it's good to go, 100%. And then, of course, I got the olives. I can't remember if I did the olive trees yet or not. I'm not too sure. But they're like a month or 2 months after the grapes should be ready. And we can see the grapes all on down through here. I forgot how much. I think we got maybe like 40,000 liters of grapes last season. But I think I added a little bit more grapes. I don't remember. It's been so long now. Really can't remember what we have done here and when we added to. But anyways, let's see. The grass field's done. The silage, or the grass turning into silage, is at 60% this morning. I did have a quick look at that. So that'll be silaged by the end of the month here. But, yep, the only thing we got left to do this month, really, I believe, is to take care of that vineyard right there. And then when we get to September, I think the soybeans should be ready for harvesting, and maybe even the sunflowers as well. And then, yeah, these in September should be ready for harvesting also. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.